Hello everybody, I am back for another Workout Wednesday. So today I'm going to share a 1-minute workout that you can do, including 2 movements and some tips of how to start working out, how to do it in the right form, and also how to stick to it. I think it's really hard to get into the routine of adding movement in. And one of the first things is that I think we try to start too big. Like even doing 2, 3, 5 minutes of exercise might be too much for someone who's just starting out. So this is going to be 1-minute workout, including 30 seconds of plank and then 30 seconds of push-ups. So let's get started. We are going to start in our plank position. So first thing is finding that proper form. Hands come directly underneath your shoulders, and you're looking for your wrist creases to be parallel to a baseboard if you have that in front of you, basically wanting to find that rotation in the shoulders, spreading through the palms and really driving through the thumbs. I see a lot in my classes, people tend to lean to the outsides of their hands or cup their fingertips, and you lose a lot of work in the chest. So we want to make sure we have everything to help support us. So finding those hands under the shoulders, finding those wrist creases parallel, spreading through the palms and driving through the thumbs, okay? Then we'll step those legs back into our plank. Now you want to find an external rotation in your shoulders, so you're sliding them down the back, almost like you're squeezing a pencil between them. Legs are strong and there's a little tuck in the tail. Now if you look at it from this side view, you are a plank, right? One long line. So if you forget about the legs, this is going to happen. If you forget about the core, this is going to happen. And you see that sway in the lower back. That is not what we want. So we pull in, tuck under, drive back through the heels, and engage through the quads. Then there's almost this tractioning in towards the center of your body. So it's like you're trying to tug your hands in towards each other. Inner thighs zip in and up. Again, there's an external rotation of those thighs towards the ceiling. And you really start to feel the fire in your chest, in your obliques, and also in those inner thighs. So everything is working. What I see a lot of too is people over-pressing away from the mat, kind of rounding through the upper back. You really want to make sure you're settling through the shoulders. And then that engagement comes from that wrapping down the back. Whew, you should already feel fire. So that is going to be your 30-second hold. So from there, moving into your push-ups. Your push-ups are pretty much just a moving plank, right? Little different position with the hands, depending if you do tricep push-ups, hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. But for these, we're going to go with a wide chest push-up. So setting up the hands a little bit wider than those shoulders, stepping those legs back into the plank position. If the knees come down, you're going to pull your heels towards your seat and drop those hips forward. So again, from that side position, you want to have that 45-degree angle, right? Trying not to let this happen, really pulling in and up. Okay, spreading through those fingertips, finding those thumbs. Again, we have that tendency to cup those fingertips. Do not do that. And then shoulders wrap down the back. So when we start to come down, elbows slide slightly behind you. Okay, they're not directly out to the side. Notice how my shoulders tense by my ears. They're slightly angled backwards. So the shoulder blades slide together and then slide apart. Okay, we really want to be conscious of those shoulders rounding as we come down. They stay drawing down the back. So if we look at that from that side, position, moving plank, right? Everything comes down together and then everything presses up together. So you do 30 seconds of push-ups, as many as you can get done. If you take it up into that full plank, make sure everything comes down together and then everything presses up. Now, as you lower, elbows slide slightly behind you, and then as you come up, really press equally through those palms. Okay, so finding the thumbs as you come up, and then making sure at the top that you're not over rounding. So we really want to come back to that neutral position in the shoulders, trying to not let this happen. Really settle in there. your daily routine, right? Exercise is not really a part of your life right now, or maybe it used to be and you've kind of fallen out of it and you want to get back into it. What are tips on how to do that? So the first, like I said at the beginning of the video, is starting small. So say today you're going to set a challenge. I'm going to do 30 seconds of plank, 30 seconds of push-ups for a week. Okay, so before you start your challenge, you're going to sit down and plan exactly when and where you're going to do them. When developing a habit, super important that we give our brain specific details. So placing it before or after something you already do in your life. For example, I always wake up in the morning, I go to the kitchen, and I drink a glass of water. So for me, getting it right done at the beginning of the day would probably be the best. So I would sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna wake up in the morning, go to the kitchen, drink my glass of water, and then right after that, okay, right in my living room, which is on the side of my kitchen, I'm gonna do my 30 seconds of plank and my 30 seconds of push-ups. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go and get changed for my day. It's usually what I do, especially if I'm going right out of the house. If I'm not getting changed, coffee. So it might differ for every day. So it's important to write it down for every single day. What you're gonna do first, your challenge, and then what you're gonna do after. That way, there is no question, right? There's no figuring out. It's not just, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this for a week, and then all of a sudden the day passes you by, you're sitting on the couch, it's 10 o'clock at night, and you are certainly not getting up to do your plank and push-ups. Then, after that week, right, and try and do just that 1 minute of movement. Get that down, get the foundation, get the form, build the strength. And then from there, your second week, maybe you bust it up to 90 seconds or 2 minutes, right? Really building those small stepping stones. I think the power of taking those small stepping stones to the ultimate goal, which might be eventually going to a barre class or a Pilates class. You already have that foundation, you've built that form, that core stability. And then going into a class won't be so intimidating. And that's what I got for you today. So hope you guys learned something from this video, and I plan to do more. So I'd love to see you guys put in requests for, certain things you may have questions on form about. And if you decide to challenge yourself to this 1 minute of movement for a week, definitely let me know. It's what I do it for, to start that ripple effect and change people's lives and help them just get healthier and feel better. That's really what it's all about. And if you feel like you're ready to take on a little bit more, I would love to meet some of you and hopefully have you join my online classes. So you can go to my website, BrittanySouza.com/online studio, and you can find the schedule on there. Always feel free to reach out with any questions, and I'll see you guys